Alright, today we're going to install the Apeman C as in Charlie 550 dash cam. And this is the box it comes in. And we'll take a look at what we got inside of it. We've got the manual, which unfortunately sometimes if you've seen my videos I've had to look at a manual. 32 gig memory card. Looks like this is the actual dash cam itself. That's it right there. Adjustable camera for looking out. And the accessories. And inside the accessories box it consists of a power cord, a USB cable with a USB-A connection. Looks like we've got some adhesive strips and the actual mounting bracket that looks like it slides onto that. Let me get this open. Yeah, so we've got an adhesive strip and then the actual mounting bracket for the window, which that just fits into a little slot here on the back of the dash cam. Hooks on just like that, so I assume we'll be sticking it up just like this. And we've got a this is a tool. I'm assuming this is probably a removal tool for plastic parts and that, because it looks like you can pry it off. A little, I don't know what you'd call it. It looks to me like it's going to be some type of a reset pin or something to, oh, I know what this is. This is a, let me pull this out of here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that way. But this is a tool used for popping the memory card out of the device. There's probably a spot that does it on here. Yeah, it looks like it's right here. There's a reset button there. There's another. That's the mic. You know what? This is probably for the reset, because I don't see anything to do the other one. And the last thing then is the actual backup camera for the back of the car. And I'm kind of debating about whether or not to put this on, because I don't know if I want it on the back of my car. So I'm just going to have to kind of think about this a little bit and see what I want to do with it. But anyway, and then the other part that we're going to need, and this comes from MX-5 things. It's actually a power connector, and it only works on the ND Miatas. I'm not sure what year it goes up through, but you definitely should check with MX-5 things for it. This one I bought was the USB-ACC. So it's Unity, Sam, Baker, Alfred, Charlie, Charlie. And it's $32.93 with the shipping and everything. And this will actually unplug the connector on the back of the mirror and plug it into here, and then this goes back into the mirror. And then what that's going to allow me to do is to take this cable right here and plug it into that cable. So that will be my power. So this power cable that they gave me I really won't need. However, with the MX-5, the new model, the D model, the ACC plug is underneath the dashboard, so this could actually be pretty cool too. But I thought this was a much cleaner installation doing it this way. So anyway, let's get this thing set up and go take it over to the car and get this thing mounted and get going with it. Okay, if we're looking at the front of the Miata, we're actually going to try and put the camera right about here, because there's a sensor here and there's also a sensor here for the electronics of the car. There's no mesh over here, and this will keep it out of the way right about there. So That's our target area where we want to try to put it. So looking from the inside of the car, you can see that black mesh right up here. And if I pull out, and then we've got room then over to this little post here, and there's no mesh right in this area. And that's right where we want to take it. We're going to put it in right about like that. I can't get my big fat hand out of there, but that's about where we'll put it. We also want to be able to see the screen, so I'll take a look at that and see what I can kind of come up with. All right, so we're ready to go with the cable. And first we're going to unplug it from the back here. Pull that out there. And then now this end is going to plug into the end of this end. So we'll plug that in like that. And then now this end here goes back into that hole that's behind the mirror, back into that plug. So that's in. And I might have to do something to hold that up, keep it up in the air. And then the next thing we're going to do is plug the power from the connector into the back of the camera. And we're going to peel off the tape and put it right about where I want it, which is right about there. So there we have it. Just the mirror, it looks good. I guess I got it maybe a little, well, it's all right. Anyway, so that's it installed. And we'll turn the car on and power it up and see what happens. All right, so it's installed. And you can see it's turned on there. And I guess I'll probably have to read the instructions and make sure I'm doing something right, but it looks like it's recording now because there's that little red light flashing. So, and I'll just have to kind of keep an eye on this mess here of wires. I may have to wire tie that up around the, up around the, where it connects up there. So, but anyway, that's it to installing it. And if I decide that I'm going to put the backup camera on, then I will film that part and add to this one.